Welcome to Midfield SportsCast.
And the 15th episode of the Divided Friendship Podcast. We have made it to episode number
15.
It is me, Maddyx, it is Dawson, and it is Luke.
Yeah.
All right. I'm getting straight into it. Let's talk about the games from last week. Luke. Seems like somebody wasn't ready to look at these games, huh? 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 Oh my God.
Holy crap, he fumbled.
All right, I'm going to talk about Arizona and UCLA. Arizona getting their third straight ranked win. Could have been a fourth if they were able to take down USC in that close game. Just couldn't do it. Arizona has been looking really good this season. They upgraded a lot from the last year and the year previous to that. Noah Fafita for the Arizona Wildcats going to 25 for 32, going 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. UCLA, however, could not match that passing performance right there, as Ethan Garbers goes 13 for 21, 143 yards, and a touchdown. So UCLA just couldn't really move the ball on offense in general. But Arizona just had a better game offensively, and that showed for them as they were able to get a 17-point victory over number 19, currently ranked number 19, UCLA.
For me, I'm going to head to the Kansas State-Texas game, where Texas snuck out a victory by a score of 33-30 in a close Big 12 matchup. Texas, without Quinn Ewers, they go out and they get a key win at home. For them, at quarterback. Holy crap, what is going on with my phone? It was, why am I forgetting his name, Billy? What's the quarterback name?
Malik Murphy.
Malik Murphy, yeah, that's his name, my bad. Malik Murphy, he threw 2 picks in this game, not his best performance. And Will Howard throws for 327 yards, 4 touchdowns, and only 1 pick. But Kansas State couldn't get it done. They could not run the ball very well in this one. They threw it 41 times, and their leading rusher only had 30 yards. But the end of the game, it comes down to the field goal by Texas in overtime. Kansas State does not make they get their chance and they don't score. Howard was pressured on the last play, threw it to nobody. Yeah. Philly.
All right. For my game, I'm going to talk about Notre Dame and Clemson. Notre Dame expected to win this one, as Clemson kind of on a downhill right now. That game could have placed them below 500, but they were able to get the win as they intercepted Sam Hartman 2 times, held him to a 40 QBR. He completed close to 35% of his passes. In his career, he's 0-5 against Clemson.
Terrible.
Cade Klubnik didn't really do much better. 50% completion percentage, a touchdown, a pick, 110 yards. What really carried their offense? Phil Maffa. 36 carries, 186 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Without Will Shipley in this game, Maffa stepped up.
Big
and he didn't fumble right there. His problem all year, he has fumbled it a lot.
He fumbled twice this game.
My bad. I didn't watch it. He fumbled twice. That guy, I don't know what. He just always be fumbling.
Jeremiah Trotter Jr. all over the field for Clemson's defense. 11 tackles. 2 of those were sacks. 2.5 tackles for loss. Great bounce back game from Clemson. Notre Dame continues to slip down the rankings.
All right. Back to you, Luke. Come on now. We're skipping you. I'm going. Forget that, boy. I'm jumping him. I'm going to my next game. All right, for me, I want to talk about America's team, the Air Force Falcons, losing at home to Army. Army beats Air Force, gives them the first loss of the year.
The new American?
No.
Nope, America's team is now Michigan.
Nope.
Yay.
Larrier went 9 for 22 for Air Force for 93 yards and 2 picks. Also had 20 carries for 45 yards. Not a very good average on the ground. That's their quarterback, Larrier. But for Army, 36 carries, 170 yards, and 2 touchdowns for their quarterback, who also went 4 for 9 for 40 yards. That is daily. Don't know much about Army. I know Air Force defense was one of the best in the country, but they gave up 23 points and Air Force offense could not score. America's team loses. Sad.
And
Luke?
they are no longer America's team. Now,
Because-
realistically, Louisville probably is.
I want to talk about an all-time classic game. Well, not all time. You know what I mean. Washington and
It's
USC.
definitely not an all-time classic.
Well, it's a classic. This year classic, yeah. 52-42, the Huskies win it. Maddyx, what are you doing? Sure. Washington and USC. About what we expected. A high-scoring game between two Pac-12 offenses. The Pac-12 is really centered around offense, so we were kind of expecting this. Michael Penix Jr., 22 for 30, 256 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. USC fought surprisingly hard in this game. Caleb Williams, 27 for 35, 312 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. So USC didn't look bad in this game. They put up a good fight with the Huskies, but in the end, it wasn't enough to take down the number 5 ranked Washington. Now,
The number 5 ranked Washington.
Your
Another game is Georgia and Missouri.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good games this week. Georgia end up winning this one 30-21 in a close game, just like last year against Missouri. Brady Cook throws 2 interceptions. Cody Schrader had a good game on the ground for Missouri, but Carson Beck and Georgia's offense prevailed over the Tigers.
That last interception wasn't really
To the big man. Big man interception.
Oh my, yeah, they did. I was rumbling, and then he got carried out like 25. What other games we got? Let me look.
Oklahoma.
Oh, we're all good. Oklahoma losing to Oklahoma State in the final bedlam. At least for the foreseeable future. Ollie Gordon, the best tailback in the country.
No.
33 carries, 138 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He leads Oklahoma State. Also, Alan Bowman, the veteran quarterback, 28 for 42 for 334. Didn't turn the ball over. Gabriel didn't play too bad. Threw 1 pick, though. And, you know who's not talked about?
Who?
Drake Stoops.
Drake Stoops.
He's pretty clutch. Every time they're in a close game and they have to go down the field, they throw it to him. He had 12 receptions for 134 yards and a touchdown. Yeah. Oklahoma State wins the last bedlam.
For now.
For the
foreseeable future.
All right. I don't see much else.
You're forgetting the big one.
I am.
LSU, Alabama.
Oh.
Shoot.
Bama came out on top in this one, 42-28. Both quarterbacks had a great rushing game. Jaden Daniels, 11 carries, 163 yards, and a touchdown, along with 2 passing touchdowns. And then Jalen Milroe, all 4 of his touchdowns came on the ground with 155 yards. Jaden Daniels eventually got hurt in this game and was replaced by Garrett Nussmeier. And that kind of slowed down LSU's offense towards the end. And Alabama was able to take advantage of that and win the game.
All right. Daniels couldn't get it done again. I thought he was going to get.
Again?
I thought he was going to get back-to-back wins against Bama.
No.
He didn't pull it off. I picked LSU. I thought their offense would carry them. They only put up 28 points, which is pretty low for them. Now, let's talk about the rankings for the game. Or the, what's it called? It's not a game.
Challenge.
The challenge. I always forget that word. All right. And last is Quentin with 39. And second with a tie is Dawson and Luke with 49.
Oh, no.
They are tied with second place.
Oh,
and then first is me with 60. I gained 7 points over the last week. And I go up to 60. Let me see if I can find the other ones. I don't think I have that paper.
Oklahoma State helped you out on that one.
It did. All right. Dawson gained 6. Luke gained 6. Oh, this is old. Hold up. I can't find it, but I know I gained 7. Now it's time for the picks of week
10.
10.
11? 10. 11.
That's a lot of weeks.
Uh-huh.
That's weird. All right.
For the first game, we've got Duke going on the road to number 24, North Carolina.
All right, gonna get started off with a good one right here. North Carolina and Duke, an ACC game.
Wrong conference, pal.
Conference opponent here for the Tar Heels. I think that North Carolina's gonna get it done. I think that they're the more well-rounded team. I think that they're just overall a better team than Duke. I'm gonna go North Carolina 30-24.
Okay. I would have to agree with this one. North Carolina's been a little shaky at times, losing to some teams they shouldn't lose to. But this Duke team is not really what they were at the start of the year, so I'm going to go North Carolina 27-13.
I am going to say it's going to be a clean sweep. North Carolina. I'm going with North Carolina to win this game 31-14.
Okay, next game is number 13, Tennessee, going into Missouri to face the number 14 ranked Tigers.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Let me see.
Did you spell them right though?
I think he got him right.
Look at that.
You might have forgotten the E in Tennessee.
Let me see. Bring it. Let me see.
I didn't see the E.
Okay, now spell Missouri.
Missouri.
He's done it.
Let's go.
You can spell. All right, Tennessee. No, not allowed to restate the game. Missouri coming off of that loss to Georgia. I think that's just gonna fuel them up this game to take down the Volunteers of Tennessee. I'm gonna go relatively high scoring here. I'm gonna go Missouri winning it 42-35.
All right. I'm going to go with Missouri to actually.
Missouri's 14, Tennessee's 13.
I'm going to go Missouri
Could take the chance there.
39, Tennessee 33.
I'm going to go Tennessee in this one. I think they get it done. Joe Milton.
He's not good.
Yeah, he's not very good. But whatever. He's going to chuck the ball around. I'm going to use the overtime selection. It has no penalty against you. But if you get it right, you get extra points. So why not use it? So I'm going to use an overtime selection. I think Tennessee wins 38-35 in double overtime.
Okay. Next game. Number 18, Utah going to Seattle to face number 5, Washington.
All right. Washington. Washington coming off of that. I was about to say Washington and Utah. 18. All right.
What? Oh my gosh.
I dropped the mic and I went to pick it up and I hit it. All right. Washington coming off of that game that we talked about earlier against USC, that good win. Utah did take down USC. I don't really know why I brought that up. Washington. I think that Washington is going to get the win here. I think it's going to be another high-scoring game. I'm going to go, let's see here, 51-45.
That's really high scoring.
I'm going to go, I don't think Utah is very good. I'm going to go Washington 36, Utah 12.
36 to what? 4 field goals?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I am gonna say Utah loses to Washington. The pig farmer loses to the Heisman frontrunner. Or one of the Heisman frontrunners. Washington wins 37-14. Weird score.
Next to last game, we have number 9, Ole Miss, going on the road to Sanford Stadium to play the number 2, Georgia Bulldogs.
All right, I really want to see an Ole Miss win here. I really want somebody to take down Georgia. Why? So Michigan could jump ahead of Georgia for once. But I don't think that Ole Miss played Alabama earlier this season. They lost it 24-10. I think that Georgia is a whole lot better than Alabama. So I think that Georgia's going to win this one. I'm going to go, give me the Dogs 35-24.
Oh.
Actually, no, 35-23.
I'm going to pick Georgia also to win this one by a score of 23-7.
23-7. That's good defense. Like Luke said, they lost to Alabama already 24-10, and I think Georgia is better than Alabama, so I have Georgia winning this one 35-21. All right, last game. We all know what it is.
Saved it for last for a reason.
Oh, goodness.
Number 3, Michigan, in their first true challenge of the season, headed. Shut up. They're not a challenge.
All right, what's the game?
Headed into Happy Valley to play the number 10 ranked Penn State Nittany Lions.
All right, this is the first time we see Michigan, the Wolverines, make an appearance on this podcast. Is this where College Game Day is going?
No, we're going to Georgia. Big Noon Kickoff will be
Yeah.
Yippee!
No one cares about Big Noon Kickoff.
I watch it.
I don't really care about that much.
I watch it. See?
I don't really care about that. Anyways, number 3. No. It's my challenge to not restate the games.
You almost did it again.
Penn State earlier this year. Penn State in Happy Valley. Penn State's looking really good in Happy Valley. I think that Michigan is gonna come away with the win in Happy Valley.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna go.
How many times are you gonna say Happy Valley?
I don't know. I don't want to call it Beaver Stadium. Nobody likes the name Beaver
You
Stadium.
could just
They're
say
the
go to
Lions.
Penn State.
All right, going to Penn State. I think that number 3 Michigan is gonna win it in 3 overtimes.
What?
45-39.
Please no.
What?
Luke, that's not even possible.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
After the second overtime, it's 2-point conversions.
Pick 6.
You
Alright, whatever.
Can't get a pick 6 on a 2-point conversion attempt.
Pick 2.
Pick
Luke,
2.
pick a different score.
Okay.
Or pick a different amount of overtimes. Doesn't matter.
You want me to change it to 2 overtimes?
Yes.
2. I would be so scared.
Hold on. Because and back in like 2013, did they not have the 2-point conversion thing?
No.
No.
Because the reason I did
They
that
changed the rules like
I'd-
3 times
was
since
I'd sim the game on
For
the
player
regular
safety.
season of college football.
Yeah,
Michigan at Penn State.
Yeah, last year
and
the
let that pick my score.
last year it was like 2-point conversions immediately.
Wait, did you just hear him?
Yeah. He simmed the game.
And let it pick his score just now.
I knew Michigan. No, not just now.
What?
Yesterday.
Oh. I mean,
I knew Michigan. I had Michigan winning, but I didn't know a score.
alright. I mean,
That's
whatever gets it done.
strange.
But I remember Illinois Penn State. Isn't that the one that went to 9 overtimes?
Yeah, and it was like
Because after the second, it was just 2-point conversion. And they said that was going to shorten that game. I don't know how that
nope,
works.
it made it longer.
All right. Philly, what's your pick?
I'm a little nervous.
He's going with the Nittany Lions.
No, I'm not. I'm a little nervous, but just basing it off the fact of how Penn State looked against Ohio State, I'm going to say Michigan wins this one 30-17. 31-17. 31-17.
A little nervous in a 2-touchdown win.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. All right. So, Penn State against Ohio State. Offensively, could not do anything. Their touchdown came in the fourth quarter on an attempt to score, get an onside kick and score. And they scored at the end. Their defense almost scored a touchdown. Caleb King didn't hold. But they lost to Ohio State. And I think that at home, at noon, for some reason, they will lose to the Michigan Wolverines. Final score, 35-31.
Nah.
At least I didn't say double overtime.
All right. Upset pick of the week.
Oh, crap.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I got it. Don't worry. Don't worry.
You start.
All right.
Oh, I got it. I got mine.
Do you want to go?
Sure. I'm going to go with the Wildcats of Kentucky
Oh, gosh.
beating Alabama at home. The Kentucky Wildcats get their biggest win in the Mark Stoops era. Not Mark Stoops. Is that his name? Is that the right Stoops? All right. There's too many of them. Mark Stoops wins. Kentucky over Bama. That's my pick. All right, Luke. What is it? Oh, my bad.
All right, my upset pick of the week. I'm gonna go with a team that's looked really good this year. I'm gonna go Rutgers. I have the Rutgers Scarlet Knights beating the number 22 ranked Iowa Hawkeyes. Rutgers gave Ohio State a scare. Looked decent against Michigan. And they've been a good team this season. I think that they're going to take down number 22 Iowa. And I think potentially by the end of the year, they could be just outside the top 25, potentially in the top 25. Rutgers is a very underrated team.
This is a really random upset.
Was Rutgers your pick?
Yeah, it was. But I want to change it now because I don't want to be the same. So, we're going to go Oh crap! I'm gonna get with Purdue to upset Minnesota.
What?
What?
Whatever. Is that really an upset?
Yeah, Purdue's 2-7. Minnesota's
Still.
5-4. Well, I mean, I guess Purdue is favored in this game somehow, but
well then. Well, I mean, all right. I'm going with the Wildcats. Luke's going with the Scarlet Knights. Philly with the Spoilermakers. Now it's time to talk about our favorite teams' games of the week.
it
I
sure
think-
is. You're going first.
Oh yeah, figured I was. Somebody give me their phone so the audio doesn't cut out. All right. So let me figure this thing out. The Ohio State game. Oh, I can go to Big Ten. There we are. Yup. It's not what I wanted. Yup. What is going on? Take me to their game, Luke. I don't know what app that is. Oh, alright. Alright, we played Rutgers. A little closer than I anticipated, but second half they came out and pretty much dominated Rutgers in the fourth quarter. Scored 14 in the third, 14 in the fourth. Only gave up one touchdown in the second half, and won 35-16. We were destroyed in time of possession by 11 minutes. Red zones, they went 4 for 4, we went 4 for 4, which is good. Rutgers was in the red zone way too much and stalled out, but still, it was a little scary watching. Wimsatt could not hit an open receiver in the first half at all, but second half he played a lot better. Threw one interception for a 97-yard pick six, which changed the momentum of the game. We could not stop Monangai. That was not very good. Monangai ran all over Ohio State for 24 carries and 159 yards, and average is 6.6 a carry. Nothing much receiving wise. Ohio State, McCord went 19 for 26 for 189 and 3 touchdowns and 1 pick. The pick was not a good throw, but I mean, McCord makes mistakes. Henderson had 208 total yards of offense. Getting him back is a lot for Ohio State's offense. Did not give Marv the ball enough in this game, but he still got 2 touchdowns. In the red zone, they would double team him all the way down the field and then man him up in the red zone. But, I mean, whatever. All right, besides that game, now Ohio State heads to play, or at home, to play Michigan State, wearing the all grays against Michigan State. But should have pulled those out against somebody else, but whatever. Michigan State 3-6 just snapped their 6-game losing streak. Dude, I don't know. Does anybody know? Philly, do you know?
Nebraska.
Well,
They beat Nebraska by 3.
I mean, losing streak's over. Michigan State is all their offense is pretty mid. Defensively, also a lot of mid. But I think Ohio State will win by 30 points or more. Michigan State has just fallen off a cliff since losing Kenneth Walker. I think last time Marv played them, he had 3 touchdowns. I think he has another great performance. I think McCord, they got to let him throw the ball a lot because we got to make his mistakes now and not later in the season. Ohio State wins big. All right, Philly, Luke, it's your turn. Luke, it's your turn. Wait, I saw that.
Alright, last week we were in the big house for Purdue, where I think around the third quarter it was a little, well, not scary, but it was a little frightening.
20-6.
It was 20-6, and Michigan could not do anything on offense. It appeared they were just. I mean, they got off to a good start. They went up by 2 touchdowns, then gave up those few field goals to Purdue, and then they just couldn't get anything going on offense. But Michigan was able to win big. Should have been 41-6, but we gave up a touchdown on 4th and 3. So.
What's there to talk about?
Next game, we got the second version of the game. We got Michigan.
No, don't say that.
Okay.
No.
Well, okay. A game. We've got a game. Michigan going into Happy Valley to play Penn State. I'm gonna let you start, Dawson.
No.
Yes. That's not an option.
No.
No's not an option.
You start.
Okay. I didn't pick double overtime. NCAA 13 picked double overtime.
Anyways.
Okay. Michigan and Penn State. This is going to be a showdown here.
No, it's not.
You said you were scared.
I am. But
Just shut up. All right. Michigan and Penn State here. I don't really know what to say. What am I supposed to? Okay. J.J. McCarthy for the Wolverines, looking like a Heisman contender this year. He's been playing amazing. Apart from the Bowling Green game, out of all teams, why was he not good against Bowling Green? Anyways, Blake Corum, not really looking as explosive this year, but he's still getting touchdowns. He's still getting carries. He's still getting yards. So it's good to see for Blake Corum. Donovan Edwards, haven't seen as much explosiveness from him either, but he's still got a few touchdowns and a lot of yards on the ground. But for Penn State, they've got Drew Aller, who hasn't looked great in big games. I mean, you had that game against Ohio State where he was like 19 for 45. And I'm just going to say this. Penn State doesn't really do good in good games. They have... Iowa has a better passing offense than them, statistically. That's just something to think about there. Because you hear, and you listen to all these people talking about how bad Iowa's offense is and how they can't throw the ball. Look at Penn State, a top 10 team, contending for a spot in the college football playoff, and they have a worse passing offense than Iowa. They can't really do good in big games. So, I think that's why Michigan's going to be able to win it here. Their key win this season was a home win.
Passing yards per completion.
Against the thing with Iowa, passing yards per completion. But, so, for... What was I talking about? Dang it, I forgot. I was talking about... Oh, yeah. Their key win this year was a win against number 24 Iowa, where they won that 31-0, shutting out Iowa. Not hard to do. I just think Michigan's overall the better team. They can perform well in big games, as we've seen in the past 2 years. Last year, in the Big House, Michigan won it 41-17. Now, obviously, going to be a lot closer. Michigan had that big home field advantage there. But will the home field advantage be like that for Penn State? We'll have to see. I don't think so. Dawson, I'm passing it over to you. I've been talking for like 12 minutes.
There's key factors for both teams to win this game, obviously. As there always is.
I got something to say before you go.
What?
If Penn State wants a chance in this game, they put Katron Allen and Nick Singleton on the field at the same time in two-back set. They play into the strengths of their offense. They're two star running backs. They put them on the field at the same time, two-back set, and they run it.
Nah.
Play action pass with Drew Allure, and they use Katron Allen and Nick Singleton both in the same backfield. Stop rotating and play them at the same time. Yes, I saw this from Joe Klatt, but it's a great point. He's W guy. All right, Philly, your turn.
Some key factors for Penn State to be able to win this game. Number one, obviously, you've got to establish a passing game. That's what they've really struggled with this whole season. Their passing game has just really been They've got the talent at quarterback, and they really just need to unlock his potential. Their receivers need to play better. Aller needs to throw better passes to them. I mean, it's just the offense needs to click. Another thing, they've got to be able to stop Michigan's run game. And most teams have not been able to do that. They've contained it, but they have not stopped it. Blake Corum has like 16 touchdowns on the season. I'd say probably half of them have came within the 5-yard line. So that's another thing. The third thing, you've got to have chunk plays on offense. Can't work it down the field because their passing yards per completion is good enough. For Michigan, dang. Just got to play sound defense, put some pressure on Aller, make him make a quick decision because his receivers most of the time aren't getting open. And last point, got to win in the trenches. Penn State has a very good front, and Michigan has a very good offensive line. It'll be a good battle to see who wins that. And if Michigan prevails there, I think that they will win the game. That's all I've got. And I think Michigan will win the game.
That's all we've got. Right?
That's all we've got.
All right. Luke, you got anything else to add?
No.
All right. Well,
okay. We will see you on the next one.